Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and in this video we're going to be talking about bugs, and bugs are like, this is also known as the Spidermite season, all the way from the beginning of December all the way to beginning of February when Spidermites are like at their peak. And so these guys are magnets when it comes to them, and they can attract spider mites from all the way across the globe. And if you're going to give a beginner person this for Christmas, or even someone who really loves plants and has been doing it for a while, do not give them this. And the alternative will be Phetonias or something like that, because if they died because of a stroke on Christmas, probably because of these guys. And so if you want to keep them away, I'm obviously not going to throw this guy away. I'm going to keep him somewhere in like the dark. But like, okay, so yeah, let's just get right into it. And before we move further, I just wanted to remind you to like, share, and subscribe if you're liking my content so far. I post 1 to 3 times a week. And if you like plants, then this is the type of content for you. And yeah, let's continue. Okay, so my greenhouse that I did in the last video, I don't usually keep it here because greenhouses need a lot of light. But I just moved it here so I can show you what's going on here. So this is what I'm going to be misting in. And as you can see, I already used it before, so it has bubbles in it. And so the water doesn't have to be filtered, it could be anything. The leaves don't really care, the roots do though. So to start, just unscrew it, and depending on your size of your thing, this is about 50 to 60 milliliters, I think. Yeah. And just give it a couple of squirts. I did 3 or 4 right there. And then pour in some water. Me and water do not, like, we're not friends when pouring it into stuff. See, I always feel like a drop or two. And then shake it. Okay, so here's our test model, which we're going to be testing our mixture on. And I could use neem oil, but I don't have neem oil on hand right now, so I'm going to be using this, and it works just the same. So yeah, and I'm just going to spray it. Make sure you mix it on the top of the leaves, and especially the bottom, because bugs really like the bottom because it's like the juiciest part of the plant. It really contains a lot of the nutrients, and it's where the bugs can get really a hold of the plant. So just get underneath all of the leaves, the baby leaves, which is usually the attack of mealy, but attack the whole entire thing. And then you want to wipe it down. Okay, now just let it sit for a minute, which I already did, and so everything can go in and kill the bugs because soap is 99.9% efficient. And after you let it sit for a couple of minutes, that should already be taking place, and then you can wipe the bugs off if your plant has it, or you're trying to take a precautionary measure, which is what I'm doing now. I'm sorry I can't talk properly because I just ran downstairs like really fast, so make sure to wipe under it and everything, and yeah, I'll come back to you. Okay, so this guy is test model number 2, so I'm just going to sprint it on him too. And this guy lives under, like, right underneath this floor, so downstairs, right there. So there's bushes right there, so it's completely covered, so a block south facing. All my plants live on a south facing window, so I only have 2 plants that are not against a south facing window, which is a north facing window. And this guy lives right here. And this is really important to be taking care of pests this season, especially in the winter. As everything is closed, you're not opening your windows as often, so bugs can form like 90% faster than in the summer when your fans are turning constantly and temperatures are like usually higher, so it will start evaporating faster. So I'm just going to let him sit for a minute too, and then we'll take care of it too. Okay, so this guy kept whopping over, so I just stuck a Macy's card in there. And many shops have been like going out of stock and stuff because of COVID and stuff. So it's best to support any smaller plant business or anything if you want, if during this time especially. But other places like big box stores do sell them for cheaper, so it's reasonable if you don't sometimes. It's always good to anyway. And yeah. And after you wipe it, just put it back in its regular spot. I don't think soap will really affect it. And this guy, my monstera, that I fought from getting those thrips or whatever bugs it had, I used to scrub it down every day because I was so scared. And I caught it in the early stages, so each leaf probably had like 3 bugs on it. And I plucked out like 4 leaves that had like a major infestation. But I ripped this leaf while cleaning it out for like 2 weeks constantly every day. It's just holding on one nerve, this piece right here. And then this leaf right here has been majorly harassed, but I'm still keeping it because why not? It's not doing anything. It's doing something. Yeah, so I'm going to do it to all my plants. And neem oil is the best way to go right after you do this. So if you have neem oil, use that too. Okay, now the only mister I have had stopped squirting because of how much I used it. So now I'm officially screwed. Okay guys, that's it for this week's video, and hope this helped you on care tips to use soap as an alternative to other antibacterials or plant stuff that are used just for plants. And earlier I was talking about alternative plants for ivy, and I said one of them were phytonias. I know syngoniums are sold like that. I know scindapsus. And mostly stuff like that you'll see at Lowe's. And if your Lowe's does not sell Phytonia, I wouldn't call it a Lowe's, but every Lowe's I've been to sells Phytonia. So pretty sure that's an easy pickup plant. But you can buy English ivy during the March time. That's the best time. And then when you do overwinter that thing, I would keep it inside a greenhouse to hold it. And every time I go to any type of plant store and check out the English ivy aisle, they're all stuffed full of like Spidermite, so they might not be the best plant. Okay, that's it for this week's video. Thank you for watching. Bye.